All right, guys. So let's get started on tonight's dinner. So I'm gonna do something a little different tonight when I do this. We are going to make these, but I'm going to use the same pan. It's not on, by the way, just so you know. I'm gonna use this same pan to do the pork chops first. I wanna do the pork steaks. I wanna do them first and get them quickly done because they're gonna be really fast. And as soon as those are finished in here, I'm gonna set those on a separate plate and put them into the microwave so that they'll stay warm. And then I'm gonna use this same big pan to do the green beans. So bear with me as we get this started. Okay, so what we're gonna do, because this is one of the kids' favorite things, I'm gonna get this pan started so that it will get hot. We're gonna keep it at a pretty medium heat, guys. So this is gonna go on a medium. And we are going to do a cooking cherie. So this is sold at like the local supermarket. We get this from our local Smith's grocery store. I don't even know if Sam's Club or anything sells these, but it's called Holland House, and it's a cherie cooking wine. Do yourselves a favor, do not drink this. It's not made for drinking. So we're gonna wait for this pan to get really like nice and hot because we are going to sear this. We're gonna pour this in probably about a fourth cup of this into the pan while the pan is hot. This will allow this to kind of steam almost instantly, and then we'll place the meat on top of it. Get in there. All right. Feels like it's pretty hot. All right. It's about a quarter cup right there, just so you know. And now that that's nice and hot, and you'll see as it boils up, we are going to take our meat. We're going to lay our meat right on top of that. So I'm cooking all of these at the same time because it's just for space reasons and because it's always great some nights to just have leftovers. And so that's what I like to do. This way it saves you cooking time. Now I enjoy cooking, so this is mostly for the fact that we have viewers that definitely like to watch some of the cooking on a budget type stuff. And so I kind of add this into my regular videos here. So this will be a separate video on from our daily vlog. So I just want to make sure that people are aware of that. This will actually be on my cooking channel, or on my cooking, where I do all the cooking stuff. So I'm just going to lay these in there where it's nice and toasty hot. These will be nice and close together. This will kind of help seal in your juices and all that good, yummy stuff. I really do want a paper towel for cooking. All right. And as that's doing that, you're gonna take and put your seasonings on your top of your meat. And like I was saying in another video, go ahead and do your seasonings. Like season your meats and stuff, season up your food. Seasonings don't have calories, guys. You don't have to worry about what you're putting on your food with seasonings, so just go for it. They taste good, they give your food flavor, and it doesn't take away from your dietary restrictions or anything like that. So if you're allowed any kind of certain seasonings, go for it. There are some restrictions, I think, with some people because some of these seasonings have a lot of like salt and stuff in them. So just be careful, because if you shouldn't be having salt and stuff like that, be just careful and cautious as to what you do add seasoning wise. But if you're allowed seasonings, go for them. Use them. That's why I think when people talk about diet foods and how they're always so bland and nasty, it's because they keep forgetting to add all their seasonings in there. You don't need to forget those, guys. All right, so now that this is all in here, and as you can see, it's already boiling through. So I'm gonna do a nice little zoom in here so you can see what I'm talking about. And there you go, look at that. It's boiling already through. It's nice and hot, piping hot. And what I'm gonna do is go ahead and place a lid on top of this. And this isn't gonna go for very long. We're gonna do no more than about 5 minutes to each side of this meat, and then they'll be able to just be placed on a plate and rest, and I'll put them in the actual microwave, which will be warmed. Okay guys, so now that this has been sitting for a little while on one side, we're gonna go ahead and flip this meat. All right. So let's flip all this meat over. Oh yeah, man, this smells so good. I wish you guys could smell this. Oh, it just is, like, I can't even explain it to you how amazing this smells. Like, sometimes there's just no words for certain things, you know? So we're just gonna flip all this over and then we're gonna season the second side of these. So get all of this meat nicely turned. Oops, probably don't want to do that. All right. And then we're just gonna do like we did with the other side. We're just gonna season this up. And like I said, guys, before, season. Use your seasonings. If you're allowed them, go for it. So we definitely go for it. We don't hold back on our seasonings. You give it all that really good flavor. Because sometimes it's exactly what it is in your foods. It's how you season it. And each person does seasonings a bit different. So whatever your preferred flavors are, go with them. That's what you like, do it. So and this will allow us 3 meals right here. So tonight's meal and 2 more meals after that with this dinner. So now we're going to leave that covered and do that for about another 5 minutes, and these will be done. Okay guys, so I have this really good type bowl that comes with a lid, and so that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pork out of the pan. Woo! So we're going to shut this off, and we're going to take these out of the pan and put those inside of here. So we're just going to lay them right inside here, and this way we can just set these in here to what they call rest. When you rest your meat, it allows for the last bit of the meat to cook through without overcooking your meat. A lot of people forget to rest their meat, and if you don't, you will end up with very dry meat. I've learned this just over time and listening and following other instructional videos. It is definitely important to do so. So I'm just going to cover this up, and as you can see, it's already steamed up, and I'm going to place it in our microwave. So I'm just placing this inside the microwave so that this will be able to just rest. We're not going to be cooking it in the microwave, just so you know. Don't turn your microwave on. And then I've gotten these ready. Now that I've got all these juices and everything from the meat in here, this has got all of our meat juices. It's got all of our wine and stuff. So I'm going to add just a little bit more garlic and stuff. However, this time around I'm going to do a fine garlic powder as opposed to our granulated garlic for the green beans. And we're going to be cooking a lot of green beans, so I'm going to add the last little bit of our seasoning here and some black pepper to our green beans. But these juices right here will actually simmer down and completely like cook out as we add our green beans to this. So that is why I'm going to do that. And this incorporates your flavors together, so when you're eating your food, you're going to have kind of an incorporated meal. It'd be just like if you were cooking it out on the grill. You would put your veggies on that grill, and these would just cook right up with that grilled up vegetables, with the grilled up meat and stuff. So you get all those incorporated flavors, the smokiness, all of it. So I am going to cook this entire bag. I just wanted to make sure it's going to fit, because the kids will not only eat just their regular serving of this, but they will come back for more, because Taylor loves grilled green beans, or what we're going to be doing here, which is more of a fried green bean. But yeah, so we're going to get this and we're just going to incorporate all these flavors together. So hold on one second, let me get all my extra stuff added in here. You got to be careful with this powdered like garlic because it will go everywhere if you're not careful. I like using the finely grated, the fine garlic, I guess you could say, when I'm doing vegetables like this, because then you don't get that big, thick, gritty garlic flavor. I'm going to just add the last bit of this into there. That means I can finally open the new one. And a little bit of pepper, of course. All right. And then we're just going to cook these down. It's not going to be very long because you want these to still come out with kind of a crispiness to them, but you definitely want them to still cook. There's a lot of people who like to snack on these raw, which I'm actually one of those people. And so right now I'm just going to kind of incorporate all this flavor and all these juices into this and get these just really stirred up together. And as I said, as you cook this down, all that juice is going to disappear. So just going to get these all cooking. And usually when I cook these, I try not to cover the green beans because when you cover them, then you're steaming them, and I don't want them to become soggy. And so I'm going to allow these to evaporate that liquid, and as that liquid evaporates, the vegetables will still stay nice and crisp. Okay, so we're just going to let this cook, and I'll just stir this occasionally, probably about no more than 15 to 20 minutes on these guys, and then they'll be ready and dinner will be ready. So in total, our cook time for this dinner comes out to about 25 to 30 minutes. And so there you go, guys, another 30-minute meal. Okay, guys, so as you can see, all of our juices have all cooked up. So we've got just a tiny bit of juices left in the bottom of this pan, and everything is still very crisp and very fresh. And also just to tell you guys, and I was just doing the calculation on it, because I did cook the entire pack of pork chops, but that also calculates out to 3 dinners. So when you divide up the cost of it, then it was actually only $3 for the meat for tonight. And then this here is about $4 for this pack. So our dinner here for a meal for 3 was a $7 dinner. And so now that our veggies, are all cooked up, we're going to go ahead and plate this. Okay there, guys. So there you go. A meal fit for 3. So there you go. And this is what I was wanting to show you. So this is a $7 meal. It feeds 3 people. And then you have your leftovers, which are here and there. Or here and there. Here in this bucket here, which allowed that to finish cooking through when I rested the meat. So there we go, guys. And time to enjoy. So bon appetit.